Hi guys, my name's Alana. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, please click that red subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. Also, make sure you click the notification bell so you can be notified every single time I post a video. I post videos every Monday and Friday, and sometimes I throw in a third video if I'm feeling up to it. I post mental health content, singing covers, and I also do a bit of beauty and hair, which also kind of covers like piercings and tattoos and stuff like that. For this video, I'm going to be doing a tattoo tour. I did actually already film this and the file was corrupted, so I have to film it again. So fingers crossed it does not happen again with this clip, because I do not want to film it a third time. So I'm not going to be going in the order of when I got them because I don't really remember. The other thing is I don't remember really much of the pricing of each of them because they're all kind of different. I did go to a lot of different artists for some of the tattoos, but there is one artist that most of them are done by who lives like locally where I live. So yeah, I'm going to be starting just from this arm and I'm going to go down and then I'll show you this other arm. So the first tattoo that I have on this arm is this antique looking mirror frame. This one is really beautiful. I love this one. I wanted it to look kind of like antique looking because I really love all the old, this was kind of inspired by the old antique like mirrors and things like that. I actually have a mirror. It's not round though, but it's square and it's got all detailing like this. It's really, I got hummingbirds in there because when I got the tattoo, I didn't know what to put in the frame. And so my tattoo artist suggested we could put some hummingbirds in it. I do love the hummingbirds and they look really pretty and they're cute. Although I kind of wish I had gone with maybe just one bird, like a bigger bird, like a robin or something like that. Just because it would probably age a little bit better, because these two birds are quite detailed and fine lined, and I'm not really too sure how it's going to age over time. But yeah, I still do like them. But yeah, that's something that I probably should have considered a bit more. But yeah, then the next one I have, which I got done in the same day as this one, so I got these both done at the same time. I got this peony rose done, kind of flower, and this one kind of wraps around the back of my arm as well, and it also goes around here. These two were done by a tattoo artist who lives in the Gold Coast. So I went to the Gold Coast specifically to get these two tattoos done by this artist that I was the point was I went there specifically for these two tattoos. It took like 6 hours. This lady, she's obviously amazing and it was fine lined, but she took all day. I think I was there for 6 or 7 hours. So it was a really long day, but it was worth it because they do look beautiful and I really like them. Yeah, they weren't really painful at all, really. I was fine. I sat there for like, you know, that long amount of time. We did have breaks, but yeah, it was pretty good. The next one, this is one of my favorite tattoos, and it is this one here. This girl. And by the way, yes, I am wearing pajama shorts. I don't have any pants at the moment, so I'm wearing them. They've got cats on them. But yes, I got this silhouette kind of a girl. This is actually from the Pierce the Veil Collide with the Sky album. So I love Pierce the Veil. Pierce the Veil is one of my favorite bands. And I've been listening to them for years, since I was a teenager. They've got me through a lot of really hard times in my life, and the Collide with the Sky album really meant a lot to me. And so I wanted to get on the album cover there is a girl who is like a black silhouette of a girl that's flying out of like a broken down house that's falling apart. And I really liked the symbolism of like, you know, rising up above your brokenness and like what you're going through. And so I asked my tattoo artist to kind of create it to look a little bit like a ghost in a way. And we added like clothing and stuff to her instead of just making it like a black silhouette. I did want it to kind of look like a bit of a girl like outline. But if you look at the album, it does really replicate kind of what's on the album. And it was quite funny when I was getting it, because the other tattoo artists would, you know, come and see what you're doing. And they were like, oh my gosh, like, yes, that reminds me of like when I was like a teenager or whatever, or yeah, like I used to listen to that album, like, you know, that type of thing. So it's quite funny because they were all commenting on their own experiences about Pierce the Veil. So yeah, I'm really happy with this tattoo. It's one of my favorites. It was quite painful though, I would say. Probably one of the most painful, because it's going very close to my armpit and kind of on this part of your arm, and anything in here, it's spicy, it hurts. So yeah, that wasn't pleasant. It took 3 hours, and the whole 3 hours I was like, when are you done, when are you done, when are you done? Like, it was quite bad, and I have a very high pain tolerance, but yeah, that wasn't pleasant. But it was so worth it. A lot of people who don't know about that album though, they probably wouldn't know the meaning behind it, or like what it really is, but yeah, that was actually the meaning behind it. So yeah. Then the next one that I'm going to show you is this butterfly, which is here. This was actually the first tattoo that I ever got. I got it for quite a personal reason. I got it for like, so I got it as a, what would you call it? Like a reminder of 2 people in my like family who passed away. So I'm not gonna go into detail about it, but basically I got it as like a representation of them. I was gonna get their names at first, as this was gonna be my first tattoo, so I was gonna get their names like on my wrist, and then I was like, oh, like maybe I would get like the dates of like their anniversary, but then I was like, then I don't know. I was kind of like, if I did that, people were gonna obviously like, well, maybe not the dates, but people are gonna probably ask like what the names kind of meant, and I didn't really know if I wanted to be asked about that all the time, and also my mom was kind of saying that maybe it would be better just to get like something that represents them. I don't know. So anyway, I ended up just going with the butterfly because I thought that's nice representation of them. And so yeah, when I look at the butterfly, I do think about them because that's like my tattoo for them. Then the next tattoo I got was, well, this is not in order, but this next tattoo I'm showing you here is this cat. This cat is kind of like a filler between there and there. I wanted it to be a filler. The only thing with this is that I actually wanted like a full-on cat, like with the body, but I didn't have enough space. We tried to make it work, but it would have been too small. And I don't like having things super small because, like I said, you need it big enough so that when it ages and stuff, like, and the lines start to go a bit funny, like it will still look alright. So anyway, we decided on just the face. Now, I was manic though when I got this tattoo. I did not think about it for long, and after it was done, I actually had like a full-on meltdown over it because I looked at it and I was like, I don't like it. I was like, I don't like it. It looks funny. I wasn't used to having that spot filled in, and it just looked weird having something there when it'd been empty for so long. And I was like freaking out, and I came home and I was like crying to my mom saying I really didn't like it, and oh my gosh, why did I do that? And she was like, it doesn't look bad, like, you know, it's fine. But all I could think about was the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland. It literally looks like that, like the floating head. And I was like, great, is everyone gonna think of Alice in Wonderland when they look at this? I mean, I love Alice in Wonderland though, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I was like, great. But anyway, basically it does look like my cat though. The reason why I did get it though is because I have a cat, Sasha, and I love cats. So I got this cat and it does actually look like my cat. So yeah, that's again the thing behind that. The next two that I got, so I'll show you. I got this cross here. This is just a real basic cross. I've been wanting to get this cross since I was 14. It was one of the first tattoos that I really wanted, and so I still wanted it. Like years, when I finally could get tattoos, I was like, I'm getting this. I know it's real basic, but like, it's just really pretty. It doesn't really particularly have a meaning to me. I just liked it. I love anything with crosses on it. I mean, I am a Christian, so obviously like a symbol of the cross does have like a meaning to me, but honestly I just got it because I love how it looked. So yeah, a lot of my tattoos don't really have meanings. I just like how things look, and then I generally get it. The next tattoo that's also near this cross is this moon and the planet that I've got here, and then I got some little like dots. They're kind of meant to be like little stars. And I have this tattoo here, which is my 2 sunflowers. These ones actually wrap around here, kind of goes near my elbow, and it also wraps around like towards this part of my arm as well, which I really like. Yeah, these are 2 sunflowers. Sunflowers are my favorite flowers. This was done so fast. Oh my gosh, like literally it was done in like 3 hours. I was like, man, that was quick. Sorry if the angle has changed. I had to switch to using my phone camera as my Canon camera. The space is completely full. My mom did say they look a bit like gerbils though, so now I'm worried that people are going to think they're gerbils, not sunflowers, but I mean, I thought they looked like sunflowers. And moving on, so those were the tattoos on this arm here. Moving on to this arm, I only have 2 on this arm, so I've got this little rose. And this was something that I got because I wanted to test out if I liked color or not. I didn't have many tattoos at the time, and I was thinking, should I get color or should I get black and gray? I couldn't make up my mind, so I decided to get a small color tattoo just to test it and see if I liked it. I love color tattoos on other people. I think they look great, but for me, I really liked the black and gray. So I ended up just going with black and gray for the rest of my tattoos. But yeah, this one, I also wanted it to look like the rose from Beauty and the Beast. The only thing with this tattoo is that it's just so basic, like everyone has it. And I did get this when I was manic as well, so I didn't really think about it that much. It's not a bad tattoo or anything, it's just that like everyone has this type of tattoo, which, if you know me, I really don't like doing what everyone else is doing. I try to avoid that at all costs. But yeah, I mean, what can you do? It's there. People comment how they like it, and I honestly forget it's there because I don't see it. So it's fine. It doesn't really bother me because I'm not even looking at it anyway. Then the next tattoo, which is my last one, which was my most recent one, I did make a video vlog about me getting this. I will link it in the card, but I did, yeah, make a little video about this, and that is this girl here on my arm, and it wraps all the way around. This is absolutely stunning. I really like this tattoo so much. So this tattoo took about, I'm gonna say 4 hours, and I had 1 break. I like to get tattoos just done. Like, as long as the artist doesn't want to have a break or something, I really like to just get it all, like, smashed out. Now, apart from this tattoo here, which this one did really hurt, this one was so painful. The reason why was because I got this tattoo to cover up some scars that I had on this part of my arm. And I did hear from people saying that covering scars hurt more. And I was like, yeah, no, I'll be fine. Like, you know, how much more will it hurt? A lot. It was bad, and these scars were not even bad. Like, you know, they were quite, like, you know, not really big ones. It really hurt. Oh my gosh. I was in a lot of pain. It was very, very painful. Yeah, and it was a lot more, like, irritated afterwards, obviously. And the artist did tell me, she was like, you know, some of the ink may not, like, kind of stick to the scars. So she was like, if that happens, like, come back and I can just, like, go over it again. Luckily that didn't happen though. It seems to be fine. I got this tattoo idea off, so I was on Pinterest one time and I found this like 2 months ago, and I found this very similar kind of thing to this, and I was like in love with it. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so pretty. because I wanted to get a girl kind of thing on this arm originally, but then I ended up going with the mirror and the rose, like the peony, sorry. So I was like, oh, this would be like really good to put on this arm because I have some scarring here that I could like cover up. Because I also have quite significant scarring on my arm here, on front and back, and then it was basically going from here all up my arm, and on the inside of my arm and stuff. So I was like, oh, well, this could be like a great thing to kind of cover up here. Not that I really care too much about my scars, I don't really mind, it doesn't bother me, but I was like, well, if I'm gonna get it somewhere, because I was gonna originally get this on my thigh instead, on one of my thighs, because I have really bad scarring on my thighs, like both of them. Oh my gosh, I'm glad I didn't do that, because my legs, it would have been so painful, because the ones on my legs are really bad scars, and even though they're like 4 years old, it hurts if I even scratch. Like if I get itchy and I scratch at them, it hurts. So I am never, well, no, I won't say I'll never, but I don't really want to get anything over them because it would just be way too painful. And the area is just ridiculous. Like they'd have to do, it wouldn't even cover all the scars. So anyway, this was changed. Obviously I didn't just copy it from the artist online that I saw it from. I sent this to my artist and I said, I really like this, can we just make some changes and do something similar? That is all of my tattoos. I don't really know if I'm ever going to get any more. There's like some tattoos that I've seen kind of floating around for a while. They've probably been around for ages, but I've seen like some kind of like roses that kind of go below like the knee, like around the knee, kind of like underneath the kneecap kind of thing. And I know you're thinking, oh my gosh, knees are really painful, but I would rather get my knee done than my scars though, to be honest. And also the knee ones, if I got them, they would be a lot smaller than what I would have to get on my thigh. Like my thigh would have to be pretty big, which would take way longer. But I'm not saying I'm going to go and get this knee thing done now. I'm just saying maybe in the future that is a tattoo that I am like kind of interested in, so I might get that. But yeah, I don't know whether I'll get any more. I kind of just leave it open, and then, you know, maybe in a year time I might feel like getting something else. I do have some spots on this sleeve that I could fill in. This was the main priority, was the sleeve, because I always wanted a sleeve. So that was like where I spent most of my money and did first, because I wanted that filled in. So yeah, but I mean, I just love tattoos, and I think that they just make you look really, I don't know, really different. I feel really comfortable with them. When I see photos of myself before I had them, I'm like, ugh, I look weird. Like, I really like myself with tattoos a lot more. So yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Sorry about the change in lighting and the camera, but hope you enjoyed it. I love watching, yeah, other people's tattoos tour and stuff like that. So yeah, if I do get any more tattoos in the future, I'll definitely be making content about that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video.